Are you aspiring to ace the UPSC CSE? Commence your transformational journey with the Vision IAS Delhi GS Foundation Course 2025. Empower your exam preparation through cutting-edge educational technology and personalized learning experiences with tech-enabled learning. Dive into concepts with animations, videos, and interactive tools designed for maximum understanding and retention. Personalized student portal. Access live classes, recorded sessions, and extensive academic resources, all at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Enroll now and step closer to accomplishing your IAS dream. With the Vision IAS Delhi GS Foundation Course 2025, batches starting from 31st August, 5 p.m., 17th September, 9 a.m., 24th September, 1 p.m., 30th September, 5 p.m. Completing the syllabus without proper knowledge of current affairs will not take you far in the UPSC Civil Services examination. Regulate and transform your preparation with complete coverage of news of relevance. Get a concrete hold of current affairs for UPSC CSE with Vision IAS Monthly Current Affairs Revision Program starting from 20th September at 5 p.m. The program is your guide to get comprehensive news on one platform sourced through relevant resources such as The Hindu, Indian Express, Economic Times, PIB, Yojana, and others. Enroll for complete coverage of current affairs including Indian polity and constitution, economy, international relations, and more. Comprehensive assessment of preparation through MCQs and mains-oriented questions. Expert support through personalized mentoring and online doubt resolution.
Urban floods. So first of all, you need to understand what you mean by flood, then we'll come to urban flood. Okay, so the topic is specifically for urban floods. We're not going to details of every type of flood here. But first tell me, for the sake of definition, what do you mean by flood? Where is this image from? Can you tell me? This is from Delhi. This here's image only. What is flood? Yes. Sudden inundation of the land area is what is called as flood. So that is cause. Inundation is basically flooding. Inundation means coming under the water. So जहाँ पर पानी नहीं होना चाहिए था वहाँ पर पानी आ जाएगा. Okay, so वो भी suddenly आ जाएगा. That is the meaning of flooding. Okay, so we have this year, particularly 2024, we have experienced flooding to a very great extent, right? And this year was supposed to be El Nino year. El Nino तो सुना है? El Nino से तो बारिश कम होता है. Okay, so the reason is El Nino खत्म हो गया मानसून शुरू होते होते ही. Okay, so and the climate change is one important so factor which is responsible for this kind of varied behavior of the monsoon. Okay, last year was El Nino. This year El Nino was supposed to have continued, but it stopped by before like April, May, and La Nina effect started to come up. La Nina is like opposite of El Nino. El Nino will reduce the rainfall in India. La Nina will increase the rainfall in India. In addition to that, we have other factors like positive Indian Ocean dipole. Okay, so Madden-Julian oscillations. Okay, so all of these factors together is responsible for heavy rainfall. La Nina abhi taki set bhi nahi hua hai. La Nina is expected to set from now onwards. Okay, so वो तो बस शुरुआत था, ठीक है. सो एंड जब लानिना पूरा सेट हो जाएगा, इस बार विंटर भी बहुत खतरनाक होने वाला है. रेडी रहो. समर भी खतरनाक देख लिया, विंटर भी देखेंगे. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट इज क्लाइमेट चेंज. सो sudden inundation of land which happens because of either rise in the water level next to the rivers, or the change in the channel of the rivers, or even the storm surge which happens near to the coastal area, that also causes floods. Okay, so all of this, where the water comes into the land area and it will recede slowly, that is what is called as the flood. Last year Delhi witnessed floods, huge flood. This year also we witnessed floods. Last year was like much more severe. Yamuna was overflowing into that area जहाँ पर like last 100 years से flooding नहीं हुआ था, right? So that is basically the definition of flood. Okay, when I say flood, it is basically sudden inundation. There are different types of floods. You can say riverine flood, flash flood. What is flash flood? Riverine flood happens because of the breaching of the river bank, okay, spilling into the flooding river floodplain में होगा, that is riverine flood. Flash flood is something which happens suddenly. Cloudburst causes flash flood. Okay, बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश हो गया, suddenly heavy rainfall, and that causes flash flood. Coastal floods because of storm surge and cyclone. Okay, so heavy rainfall हो जाएगा तो coastal area gets flooded. Okay, and urban flood is one of such type. What is urban flood? Flooding in urban area is basically urban flood. Okay, so flooding which happens in urban area, the human settlements, is basically what is called as urban flood. Unlike the other floods, urban flood is very, very special. Why? Urban flooding is mainly driven by anthropogenic activities. Whereas other floods can happen due to natural factors, urban floods, even though there are some natural factors, but urban floods is mainly driven by anthropogenic activities only. It is the human beings which are responsible for urban floods. ठीक है? So otherwise naturally होना है तो कहीं पे भी हो सकता है. For example, मुंबई में इतना बारिश क्यों होता है, तो वो तो वेस्टर्न साइड ऑफ वेस्टर्न घाट्स है. ओके, सडनली हेवी रेनफॉल आ जाएगा, क्लाउड बस्ट हो सकते हैं, दैट इज जस्ट ए चांस. ओके, बट बैंगलोर में ही क्यों होगा, चेन्नई में क्यों होगा, हैदराबाद, विजयवाड़ा. Okay, so that is classical example of urban floods. So what are the causes of urban floods? The main cause of urban flood is the presence of a surface area which is impervious. That means the surface land will not be able to absorb the water from the rainfall. Okay, it is totally covered with concrete surface. Even the roof of the houses, as well as the road, everywhere, streets, there's so much of concrete surface everywhere, the water just continuously flows. It will not percolate. And this flowing water continuously accumulate, and then starts to flood the low-lying areas. Okay, the buildings, the concrete roads and the pavements. Okay, so it will reduce the overall infiltration of water. And second, poor drainage system. Every urban area should have two types of drainage system. When I say drainage system, is the water channels. So one is the sewage drainage. Okay, so where the sewage water flows. Second is a separate channel through which the storm water should flow. That is called a storm water drainage system. Every urban area should have this. At least a big urban area should have this. In most of the places, either they don't have stormwater drainage system, or both are interlinked, or both are not maintained properly. Okay, so the removal of these clogged drainage system and the drainage channels and the stormwater drainage channels is one of the main reason behind the sudden flooding which happens. Okay, so in many areas, you take the example of Bangalore or Delhi or Hyderabad or Chennai. Hyderabad is comparatively it was better. Okay, so recently they have taken some initiatives. Okay, but otherwise, most of the metropolitan cities, the absence of these separate channels for the removal of this excess water is one of the main cause of urban flood. Unplanned urbanization is again an important factor. Why they will not be able to properly manage the drainage patterns, properly plan for the drainage pattern. Okay, so stormwater drainage pattern क्यों maintain नहीं कर पाता है? Because of sudden growth. Okay, best example is Bangalore. In the last 20-30 years, Bangalore has grown disproportionately. आप satellite imagery जाके check कर सकते हो the overall growth of Bangalore in the last 30 years. Rapidly. Okay, so because of IT sector, IT boom हुआ था, अब तो इतना ज़्यादा demand आ गया. Okay, so हर जगह में settlements. Okay, so driven by this economic growth, every sector was continuously growing. There was a huge migration to fulfill the demand of these population, migrant population. So with this, they have constructed settlements everywhere, every possible location. And when you are doing this kind of settlement construction, you cannot do a planned construction. Okay, so drainage channel बनाओ, तो roads बनाओ ठीक से, प्लान करो, लैंडस्केपिंग प्लान करो, कुछ नहीं होता है. जहाँ पर जगह मिलेगा वहाँ पर बनाते जाओ. Unplanned urbanization. And during this process, the most easily occupied area is water bodies, lakes, ponds, wetlands. They are one of the most prone. Because usually common area में होगा, community area में होगा, government land का होगा. Okay, so and they are easily occupied. Low layering area होगा. Because over a period of time, it requires a maintenance. Without maintenance, you cannot have proper water bodies here. So Bangalore was the classical example where there were more than like 35-40 big size lakes inside the city only. Inside the city only, there were so many lakes. So now you can count in your fingertips. Okay, so इतना ही बचा है, बाकी सारा खत्म हो गया, क्योंकि उसको maintain नहीं किया था. Okay, so earlier the ruler of Bangalore, who was the earlier ruler of Bangalore? Yes, so Kempe Gowda, you must have heard. Okay, so he was the one who built the city. So he made large number of tanks. Okay, so the ponds in that area so that it can store the water, because the Bangalore area is a total plateau area, hard rocks. It can easily store the water, and there are no major rivers in Bangalore. Kaveri flows very far away from Bangalore. Okay, so and to store this water, they had built this ponds and the lakes. Over a period of time, they were not maintained properly. तो उसमें पानी जमता नहीं है, तो over a period of time सारा ड्राई हो गया. ड्राई होते होते ये लोग आके इसको ऑक्यूपाई कर लिया. Many of the times they were all converted legally also. Legally भी convert हो गया. 2 साल पहले जब बैंगलोर में floods आया था, one of the most posh areas got flooded. Okay, one of the most posh areas. Okay, जहाँ पर सारा विलास है, इनका ऑडी, BMW, सारा पानी में फ्लोट हो रहा है. Okay, so these all these CEOs of the big IT companies, हर जगह में हुआ था. Okay, because without considering these natural drainage patterns and the older canals and older lakes, there was a rapid urbanization. Same is the case with Chennai. Chennai में भी land area का इतना scarcity है. Of course, on one side there is sea, other side there is land, and the overall development is happening in a linear manner and into the interior. There is a huge scarcity of land. Easily available areas are lakes and water bodies. So lakes and water bodies encroach होने से क्या होगा? जो इतना ज़्यादा बारिश आएगा वो कहाँ जाएगा? Where will it go? Earlier these used to act like a sponge absorbing this excess water. Now it has no other way to go. It will start to flood the entire low-lying areas. Right? So that is one of the important cause. And the solid waste blockage. Okay, solid waste is this domestic waste which is produced at the domestic household levels, and we don't manage this waste properly at the urban body also. Okay, so the unfortunate incidents which have happened in the recent times, sudden flooding, okay, sudden water accumulates. Okay, so we have seen it. Okay, so in ourselves, it happens in most of the areas. Okay, so why? Because these drainage channels and these stormwater drainage, they all are clogged. they require regular maintenance. Regular maintenance is required, and that too it has to be done before monsoon. So multiple reasons. Urban water bodies are not sufficiently staffed, they are not sufficiently financed. Okay, so and they are not functioning properly. They don't have proper powers to do these functions. Okay, so and finally the burden comes on to the citizen. Okay, so it's very funny. So when we got to know that the recommendation is that ठीक है, so city से बाहर shift होना है. Okay, so कहाँ तक भाग सकते हैं हम? Okay, so where can we run? वहाँ पर भी होगा, फिर वहाँ पर भी डेंसिटी बढ़ेगा, वहाँ पर भी तो कभी ना कभी तो होगा ना इशू. यहाँ का इशू सॉल्व करना है. And to solve this problem right now, है ना? So the problem is the lack of basic urban amenities. Okay, so maintenance of proper drainage channels, right? So other than this, the urban floods are different from the normal floods in the sense that urban flood will totally cause a very great damage than the normal floods. Okay, so normal flooding जो होगा तो वो कहीं पे भी हो सकता है, रूरल एरिया में हो सकता है, हिली एरिया में हो सकता है, बट अर्बन फ्लडिंग जब होगा तो a large metropolitan area like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, when it gets flooded, the entire economy comes to halt in that area. Okay, there is a huge economic loss and the entire infrastructure gets damaged. There is a huge dependency on these infrastructure, basic infrastructure. Okay, that gets damaged. And because of the higher population density in these urban area, there are threat to the health of the community, because most of the times these flooded areas, they become prone to the waterborne diseases, which spreads very easily during the flooding. And it also involves to a very great extent the social displacement. Okay, so the migration of the people, because most of the time the low-lying areas only get flooded, and the low-lying areas are usually occupied by the migrants. Okay, the migrants who just have come to the urban areas in search of better employment opportunities. Okay, so of course they could not afford a better place, and all these low-lying areas are the easily ones which are available. सस्ते में available होगा तो वहाँ पर usually settle हो जाता है. Most of the slum areas are located in the low-lying areas, and they are the first one to get flooded. So these are the regions which are, we can say, vulnerable to the floods, and most of them are the metropolitan areas. Okay, so why Mumbai is most prone to urban flooding? Okay, the very famous, infamous flooding of Mumbai which happened in 2005. 2005 का कहानी सुना है आप लोगों ने? शायद 2005 में बहुत लोग पैदा भी नहीं होंगे. ठीक है. So 2005 is when overnight 900 millimeter of rainfall happened in Mumbai. That is 90 centimeters. Okay, so Delhi का annual rainfall होगा around 50 centimeters. Annual बता रहा हूँ मैं. Mumbai 24 hours में 90 centimeter rainfall हुआ था. The entire Mumbai was flooded. पूरा के पूरा. Imagine there is a huge population over there. Right? That is because of the Western Ghats. Okay, so the winds which are coming from the Western Ghats carries a good amount of moisture content, and they suddenly get uplifted, and the rapid cooling causes cloudburst. There are chances of cloudburst over there. Okay, that was a classical example of cloudburst. Okay, so Chennai is basically because of encroachment of wetlands. Okay, 2015 Chennai, one of the worst flood. 2015 में जो Chennai flooding हुआ था. Okay, so that was mainly because of encroachment of wetlands and unplanned urbanization. Delhi NCR last year flooding हुआ था यमुना में. Okay, so where the channels of Yamuna overflow into even to the regions up to Red Fort तक आ गया था. Okay, so बात ये है कि every river will have a flood plain. What is a flood plain? Flood plain क्या होता है? This is the river channel. So next to the river channel, we have a flat plain area. Okay, this flat plain area is called as flood plain. Why it is called as flood plain? Over a long period of time, it was formed due to flooding only. Flooding की वजह से बना था. What do you mean by flooding? When the water overflows from the river into the surrounding area, the water contains the sediments, and these sediments will settle down. वहाँ पर settle down हो जाएगा. पानी evaporate हो जाएगा या ऐसे flow back हो जाएगा, but sediments will settle down. Over a long period of time, the sedimentary deposition has resulted in the formation of plains. So this is what is floodplain, and this is another floodplain. Usually river will have floodplain. And what is the extent of floodplain? Depends upon the size of the river, depends upon the stage of the river. In youth stage in Himalaya, the floodplain will be very, very narrow. Mature stage little bit wider, old stage much more wider. Okay? So that area up to which the flooding is probable. Frequency. Even if once in 100 years there is a one-time flooding, still it will be called as a floodplain only. 100 साल में एक बार हुआ तो भी floodplain वो floodplain ही रहेगा. ठीक है? हम तो इसको भूल ही गया, डेफिनेशन ही भूल गया हमने. Okay, so last 10-15 years से flooding नहीं हुआ तो आके occupy कर लिया. We have occupied the most of the floodplains in most of the metropolitan areas, urban areas. फिर जब भी flood आएगा तो फिर हम दोस्ते like we will blame the river. Okay, अब से यमुना का गलती है इस तरफ आ गया. Okay, so that is the same case which happened with the flooding of last year. Okay, so and this year flooding in Delhi is mainly due to the mismanagement of the drainage channels or improper management of the drainage channels. Okay, so and some of the issues are systemic. Okay, and talking about the Kolkata area, so Kolkata is low-lying area, coastal area. जब भी storm surge होगा, cyclone आएगा, there is a chance of flooding. Bangalore का मैंने बताया urban, rapid urban growth as well as encroachment of lakes and wetlands. Vijayawada का case बताता हूँ. Vijayawada is the very recent one. Okay, so as we speak, in fact, अभी तक भी बहुत clear नहीं हुआ है. And both Andhra Pradesh and Telangana during this monsoon suffered a lot due to the floods. And Vijayawada is one area जहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा flooding हुआ था. And huge population got stuck here. So you know Vijayawada, right? So कहाँ पर है Vijayawada? It is in Andhra Pradesh, near to the गोदावरी, कृष्णा गोदावरी. ओके, केजी डेल्टा जो है ना, गोदावरी भी नहीं है, कृष्णा है. गोदावरी और ऊपर आएगा. Okay, this is the KG delta. And this is exactly the place, just on the banks of Krishna river. There is a very famous barrage here. Very famous barrage across Krishna river, which will stop the water here and gradually it is controlled. क्योंकि वो यहाँ पर पूरा irrigation के लिए वो किया है. Okay, so and that is the Prakasam barrage. Okay, Prakasam barrage is a very wide barrage, and the Krishna river has almost entered the old stage, so it is very wide here. बहुत ज़्यादा deep नहीं होता है. Okay, बहुत ज़्यादा deep नहीं होता है. And in fact, I myself have traveled many times here. Okay, so यहाँ पर एक railway line भी है, इसके ऊपर भी है, barrage के ऊपर ऐसे ऊपर चलता है. A very beautiful location. And most of the time you will see on this side there is a huge amount of water. This side तो usually खाली रहता है ऐसे. Okay, so ये आधा से ज़्यादा खाली ही रहता है. जब इस बार फ्लड आया था पूरा भर गया है पानी. प्रकाशम बैरेज वाज ऑलमोस्ट ओवरफ्लोइंग लेवल तक था. बिकॉज ऑफ वन इज हैवी रेनफॉल. ओके, बहुत ज़्यादा हैवी रेनफॉल हुआ था. एंड सेकेंड, देर वॉज फ्यू चैनल्स विच कनेक्ट्स गोदावरी एंड कृष्णा. ओके, गोदावरी कृष्णा का जो बीच में कोलेरू लेक है, दिस इज कोलेरू लेक. ओके, सो इन दोनों के बीच में जो वाटर ऐसे डिवाइड होकर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होते हैं, जो ये पूरा इरीगेशन को सपोर्ट करने के लिए, वहाँ पर थोड़ा सा मिसमैनेजमेंट हुआ है. ओके, देयर वाज सम मिसमैनेजमेंट इन द डाइवर्शन ऑफ वाटर विच वाज सपोज टू हैव गॉट डाइवर्टेड. वो वहाँ पर डाइवर्ट नहीं हुआ है, कि इसके वजह से यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा पानी आ गया एंड दैट कॉज द एंटायर फ्लडिंग ऑफ दिस रीजन विजयवाड़ा. इसके साथ में विजयवाड़ा तो अर्बन एरिया है. जो अर्बन फ्लडिंग का हम जो भी डिस्कस किया यहाँ पर आपको मिलेगा. अनप्लान्ड अर्बनाइजेशन, ओके, सो एनक्रोचमेंट ऑफ लेक्स एंड वेटलैंड, जो सडनली पानी आ गया तो उसको स्टोर करने का मैकेनिज्म नहीं है. ठीक है. This was the scenario. 40% of the city was flooded here.
Vijayawada is experiencing its worst flooding in 2 decades, with 40% of the city submerged. The death toll in rain-related incidents increased to 19 in Andhra Pradesh. Scores of people in flood-affected areas in Vijayawada scrambled for milk and food packets. Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu said that he has never seen such a deluge in Vijayawada in his 40-year political career. The Krishna River and the Buddhameru rivulet surrounding the city have breached their banks, affecting over 2 lakh people. The Prakasam barrage on the Krishna River in Vijayawada is experiencing unprecedented water inflows, with a second flood warning in force. A total of 19 National Disaster Response Force and 18 State Disaster Response Force teams were deployed in Vijayawada, Guntur and other parts of the state to assist rescue operations. Boats, helicopters and drones are being used to distribute food and water to the affected residents.
So that was the recent incidents of urban flooding in India. Okay, so Mumbai में भी recently हुआ था 2024 में. Of course, it was not that great as compared to 2005, but still the impact was great. Okay, मुंबई में भी इस बार भी हुआ था. कि दिल्ली NCR का फ्लड तो मैंने बताया था. Prevention measures. What are the important measures which we have to take to prevent such kind of urban flooding? Okay, so first most important is better urban planning. Okay, so basically we need to completely avoid any kind of construction in the floodplain areas. Okay, floodplain areas में construction avoid करना है, and there should be enough green and blue space. What is green and blue space? Green is referring to the vegetation, natural vegetation, because natural vegetation will slow down the water flow को slow down करेगा, water को absorb भी करेगा, percolation increase करेगा. Blue space is water bodies. Okay, so water bodies, presence of water bodies ensures that this excess water is stored over there. Okay, so and any kind of जो natural water bodies है, wetlands है, तो उसको rejuvenate करना है, and we need to restore them. That is a very important solution which is required. ठीक है? That is how we can prevent. Early warning, can we give early warning? Yes. Okay, so because we can overall assess the vulnerable areas, जहाँ पर ज़्यादा chances है flooding का, low lying areas जहाँ पर ज़्यादा है, water accumulation जहाँ पर ज़्यादा हो सकता है, we can map this beforehand, and if at all there is any sudden rainfall, heavy rainfall हो रहा है, तो एटलीस्ट 2-3 घंटे का तो मिलेगा ना, तो टाइम तो मिलेगा, बिकॉज इन सम ऑफ द एरिया जहाँ पर लो लाइंग एरिया है, सो जो फ्रीक्वेंट फ्लडिंग होगा तो वहाँ पर तो हम अवेयरनेस बना सकते हैं. वी कैन इंश्योर दैट इफ द वंस द वार्निंग इज गिवन, पीपल कैन बी रिलोकेटेड. ओके, थ्रू कंटिन्यूअस मॉनिटरिंग ऑफ द वाटर लेवल वी कैन इश्यू अलर्ट. रियल टाइम मॉनिटरिंग से अलर्ट इश्यू कर सकते हैं. मिटिगेशन वही है, ग्रीन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एज आई टोल्ड यू. सो वेर एवर देर आर रेन गार्डन्स. व्हाट इज अ रेन गार्डन? सो रेन गार्डन इज बेसिकली जहाँ पर जो अर्बन स्पेसेस में वी शुड एंश्योर दैट देर इज सफिशिएंट patches of green. Okay, if this is the entire area, तो regular intervals में we should ensure sufficient patches of green, either in terms of parks or natural vegetation, okay, so or roadside trees with some space for water percolation. जब यहाँ पर रेगुलरली हम इंश्योर करेंगे, जब भी एक्सेस वाटर आएगा तो वहीं पे वो परकोलेट होगा, वहीं पे अब्जॉर्ब हो जाएगा. ओवरऑल फ्लो विल बी रिड्यूस, राइट? इट स्टार्ट्स टू एक्ट लाइक ए स्पॉन्ज. It will absorb that excess water. It will not let the water flow to increase. That is the idea of rain garden. Rain garden as such was the idea given by NDMA. NDMA recommendation के through दिया है. Please remember this. Okay, so and wherever we have the payments, footpaths, right? So there we need to ensure that there is some space for water percolation. Water percolation के लिए दे सकता है. And drainage maintenance, as I discussed earlier, so we need to ensure that these stormwater drainage system is properly maintained, regularly declogged, okay, so and ensure that the water flow is continuous and there's no blockage here. And this has to be done at regular intervals as well as before the monsoon season. Okay, it has to be done, not during the monsoon. बहुत जगह में मानसून बारिश हो रहे है तब ये लोग निकलते हैं. Okay, so हमारे कॉर्पोरेशन वाले निकलते हैं, बारिश में जाके करता है ना, ये सब चीज़ें नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है. सो ड्रेनेज मैनेजमेंट, फ्लड प्रूफ कंस्ट्रक्शन. व्हाट इज फ्लड प्रूफ कंस्ट्रक्शन? सो एलिवेटेड कंस्ट्रक्शन, प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर बनाना है. ओके, सो फ्लड प्रूफ होगा तो या बेसमेंट में नहीं करना है, ग्राउंड फ्लोर में नहीं करना है. ओके, सो एनफ पिलर्स सपोर्टिंग स्ट्रेंथ इज रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, सो ये सारा फ्लड प्रूफ कंस्ट्रक्शन वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड. रेस्पॉन्स, disaster management. Okay, so we have of course NDRF है, National Disaster Response Force, which will respond immediately at different parts of India. We have stationed them, but always the community is the first responder. Community participation is very much required, and community should be ensured to have that awareness in that context. Okay, so NDRF के context में तो जो flood management में दिया है कि we can involve this technology, for example GIS mapping, and ये सब चीज़ें use कर सकते हैं. And rainwater harvesting is another very important thing which we have to implement in urban areas, because rainwater harvesting will solve two problems at the same time. First flood, another drought. Okay, so Bangalore का classical example है. Summer में आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, इतना water crisis था like कभी सुना ही नहीं था हमने. We had never heard this kind of water crisis in Bangalore this summer. Okay, so to such an extent that government has to ban many usage of water which is considered to be essential. For example, vehicle car wash करना बैन कर दिए थे इन लोगों ने. कोई पानी से कार धो रहे तो उनके ऊपर फाइन लगता था. Yes, it was such worse scenario. Okay, tap water नहीं मिलता था. They used to be dependent upon the tankers. Okay, so nearly 50% of the water faced this crisis this year. Okay, so वही 2 साल पहले इतना ज़्यादा flood आया था. The reason is same. The water which comes through rainfall is not managed properly. We are letting it go. Flow होगा, accumulate होगा, flooding होगा, फिर निकल जाएगा. Okay, so ensure there is rainwater harvesting system. एक तो flow होना भी कम हो गया. We are reducing the chance of flooding, and we are increasing the water percolation, increase the water table, groundwater availability increase होगा. Right? That will increase the overall water availability at a regular intervals. ये है हमारा रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम. In the context of climate change, urban floods become more a serious issue. Okay, how climate change is causing an impact on the urban flooding in terms of impacts, in terms of vulnerable areas. Okay, एक तो rainfall pattern is becoming too erratic. We have seen this year itself, है ना? So the global patterns are changing, and in that context, urban areas are definitely, because near to the urban area there is an impact called as urban heat island effect. What is this urban heat island effect? So wherever these buildings and structures, बहुत ज़्यादा settlements होगा because of their overall concrete surface, whatever the heat which is released, okay, because there's huge amount of heat released from these buildings also, right? हम इतना ज़्यादा appliances use करते हैं, AC से लेके fridge से लेके इतना ज़्यादा heat release होता है. This heat doesn't escape into the space very easily. Because of continuous reflection within the concrete surface, that heat gets trapped. So overall temperature of this area increases. This is what is called as urban heat island effect. इसी को ही बोलते हैं urban heat island effect. So because of that, even with the normal chances, normal availability of humidity, there are higher chances of rainfall. ज़्यादा evaporation होगा, right? So there are higher chance of rainfall in the local areas because of urban heat island effect. And climate change is causing this too much of variability. Near to the coastal areas, okay, so many of the metropolitan cities are located near to the coastal areas. World's 25% of the population lives in coastal areas only. Most of them are urban areas only. India का ही ले लो. Okay, so Delhi is the only metropolitan area which is located in, मतलब जो among the 6 major. Okay, Delhi is located inside. Mumbai, Chennai, okay, so Vijayawada, Kolkata, Bhubaneswar, इतने सारे major cities है coastal areas में. They are more prone to storm surge. Storm surge क्या होता है? The water level increases near to the coastal area because of heavy rainfall, heavy storm के वजह से. And cyclones. With the rise in the sea level, rise in the temperature of the sea, the chances of cyclone will increase. Okay, so formation of cyclone will become more frequent and more intense also. Stronger cyclones भी आएगा. Okay, so as we talk about this, you must have heard China में flooding हुआ है. Okay, Shanghai में इतना heavy flooding क्यों हुआ है? Because of a typhoon. Okay, so just last week another खतरनाक typhoon आया था. Okay, so all of this, their intensity has increased in the recent times. And they are most commonly they impact the coastal areas. Coastal areas में इतने सारे urban areas हैं. So basically, climate change is increasing the chances of flooding and making them more unpredictable. Sudden flooding, flash flooding हो सकता है, and it will increase the overall vulnerability, increase the risk with the population who are located in the urban areas. So India में तो हमारा मुंबई, चेन्नई, कोलकाता, they are all more vulnerable to the flooding in the context of climate change. So what measures the government has taken? There are few important measures. One important measure is National Flood Risk Mitigation Program. Okay, this is a program implemented by NDMA. So which focuses on mainly on the improving urban infrastructure and floodplain zoning and risk mapping. So what is this floodplain zoning? Zoning क्या होता है? Yeah. Yes, according to the overall vulnerability. If this is a river के बगल में जो एरिया है ये तो बिल्कुल ऑक्यूपाई नहीं करना है. This is the most prone area. जितना ऊपर जाओगे, जितना दूर जाओगे, उसका vulnerability decrease होते जाएगा. We will categorize the entire area around the rivers into multiple different zones based on the vulnerability. High vulnerability, low vulnerability, we will divide them. Okay, so there is zone 5, zone 4, zone 3, zone 2, like this. Okay, so multiple zones are marked here. And the land use is controlled accordingly. For example, human settlement should be located always in the zone which is most away from the river. सबसे पीछे है उसी जगह में होना चाहिए. Zone 1 में होना चाहिए. Zone 5 is the most prone, most danger. वहां पर human activity बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए. In between we will control. Okay, in some areas we can allocate for parking space. In some areas maybe industries. Some area maybe playground. Like this. Allocate करते जाएंगे. Based on the vulnerability, we'll divide them into zone and we will control the land activity. That is what is floodplain zoning. So other than this, we have the National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, right? So this is one of the 8 missions under National Action Plan on Climate Change, which aims to support the sustainable urban development. And we have Smart City Mission, Amrut. Okay, they are all trying to develop a sustainable city, right? And ISRO का यहाँ पर भी एक है. So flood mapping initiative, they are using the satellite data to develop an early warning and flood hazard mapping. So this will also be helpful in order to predict the overall floods and so warn them and develop an early warning system accordingly. Okay, so proper mitigation measures implement करने के लिए ये बहुत useful रहेगा. If we can identify the vulnerable areas beforehand. So this is all about floods. So we discussed what are floods and how urban floods are different from floods, and the causes of urban floods and impacts of urban floods and regions vulnerable to urban floods in India, and the recent examples of floods and their causes and impacts, urban floods, and prevention measures, and overall in the context of climate change, how the urban floods have become more frequent and more common, and what are the measures which have been taken by the government in the context. Yeah. So now, any doubts?
So what is the concept of spawn city?
Spawn city, yes. Spawn city is basically that concept which develops sufficient spaces in between which can absorb this excess water which is coming through rainfall or overflowing के through collect होके आते हैं. उसको at regular intervals it has to be allowed to percolate into the groundwater. So for example, with the idea of the rain garden, we are trying to implement spawn city only. There are at regular intervals we provide the spaces for percolation of water. Sponge का तो वही होता है ना, so it can absorb the excess water. So the sponsity is an idea through which we will try to implement those measures which will help in removing this excess water very easily. उसको accumulate नहीं होने देना है, एक जगह में flood होने नहीं देना है. At regular intervals, it has to be percolated. It has to be observed in the groundwater itself.
So
You can use the vegetation, parks, natural vegetation हो सकता है, या the empty spaces in between the pavements. Okay, so ये सारा चीज़ है.
So or the roads that are being like newly constructed, can they be using some kind of other material which has the water percolation capacity?
No. So road construction में दिक्कत ये होता है कि we cannot have the water percolation over there. Otherwise, it will damage the road very easily.
Yeah, degradation
Yes.
will happen.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but in between, road के बगल में जो tree plantation होगा, वहाँ पर हम थोड़ा बहुत soil area छोड़ सकते हैं, which can absorb the water.
So basically it means like patches.
Yes, patches only.
Okay.
Yes.
सर डिसिल्टिंग क्या होता है?
Desilting. Desilting. Desilting is a process through which we remove the sediments which are continuously accumulating in the river bed. River bed में क्या होता है? What is river bed? River bed is the channel of the river. If this is the river channel, over a period of time, through continuous accumulation of sediments, यहाँ पर sediments accumulate होके river का capacity कम होते जाएगा. Because as the river flows, बेस मतलब नीचे भी सेडिमेंट सेटल हो जाएगा ना, ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम रिवर चैनल जो है वो शैलो होते जाएगा. देन देर आर हायर चांसेस ऑफ ओवरफ्लो ऑफ वाटर इनटू द सराउंडिंग एरिया. यहाँ पर जो पानी है वो बहुत इजीली ओवरफ्लो हो जाएगा, इसको निकालना पड़ता है. दिस व्हाट इज डीसिल्टिंग. रेगुलरली उसको ड्रेड्ज करना है. ड्रेडजिंग इज रिमूवल. ओके, तो इसको ऐसे निकाल के तो हटाना पड़ता है. दैट इज व्हाट इज डीसिल्टिंग एंड ड्रेडजिंग.
तो सर ये अर्बन फ्लड में
नहीं, अर्बन फ्लड में ये इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है क्योंकि इट्स नॉट अबाउट द रिवर्स अलोन हियर. तो वो जनरल आइडिया, जनरल फ्लड्स में आता है डीसिल्टिंग. एनीथिंग एल्स?
सर जैसे लैंडस्लाइड्स पड़ा और फ्लड्स पड़ा, इनके सर रीजंस पता है हमको, लॉसेस भी पता है सर, क्या इम्पैक्ट रहते हैं, और हमको सॉल्यूशंस भी पता है. फिर भी सर अक्सर हमको आसपास ये सब देखने को क्यों मिलता है?
इम्प्लीमेंटेशन
सर ये गवर्नमेंट का है या क्या सर लोकल्स
सबका
का
है.
है?
गवर्नमेंट का भी है मेजर, लोकल बॉडी का भी है और कम्युनिटी का भी है. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जांपल फ्लडिंग हम ब्लेम करते हैं लोकल बॉडीज़ के ऊपर, चैनल मेंटेन करते हैं, बट कौन वहाँ पर इतना सॉलिड वेस्ट फेंकते हैं? ओके, सो सॉलिड वेस्ट, प्रॉपर सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट भी नहीं है एट द कम्युनिटी लेवल ऑल्सो. ओके, सो मेनी ऑफ द प्लेसेस वी जस्ट थ्रो इट आउटसाइड. पर्टिकुलरली ये प्लास्टिक वेस्ट, प्लास्टिक बॉटल, वो सब तो डिग्रेड नहीं होगा, वही ब्लॉक करता है ये चैनल्स को. सबका इन्वॉल्वमेंट है. Okay, so basic why we see this problem, it's because of the lack of implementation. Measures तो सबको पता है क्या करना है, implement नहीं होता है. इंडिया में तो मेन प्रॉब्लम यही है ना, हम सब एक्सपर्ट्स हैं सारा बनाने में, रूल्स बनाने में, रेगुलेशन बनाने में,
तो सर सब
लॉज बनाने में.
तो सर ये सब पढ़ने का क्या फ़ायदा होगा जब इम्प्लीमेंट ही नहीं कर पा
एटलीस्ट
रहे
पता है क्या सही है क्या गलत है. ओके, सो एटलीस्ट जो इम्प्लीमेंट करना है तो वो तो करेंगे. ठीक है.
Sir, would be correct to comment that floodplains would be wider along oxbow bends of a river?
See, the oxbow is basically referring to those channels which are abandoned old channels, and they are more common along the wider floodplains. It's not the other way around. I guess where there is a wider floodplain, there actually it indicates that the overall slope is very, very low.
So I'm assuming that the wider floodplain would be on the concave side of an oxbow.
So concave, convex would be more prominent in the mature stage of the river. Okay, so but once you enter the old stage, there's not much difference because erosion has totally decreased. It's completely depositional. And because of that, the river starts to meander too much. And because of the wider meandering, there are chances of formation of oxbow lakes. And because of the same wider meandering only, the floodplain is also very wide. So that is why we see more frequent flooding in Bihar and West Bengal. Because the floodplains are very, very wide. Okay, so and if there is a sudden increase in the water flow, the water easily flows into the entire surrounding area.
Sir, and as soon as a meander is cut off and becomes an oxbow lake, would it be good to say that it again turns back into a newer phase rather than an older phase.
Turns back into?
A newer phase. It reverts back to a newer phase because now the course of the river is straight again.
No, not completely, because it has happened only at some locations, right? The entire channel, you cannot ensure that the entire channel has rejuvenated. Okay, so if the entire flow of the water has increased, then in that case it happens.
Okay, sir. Thank you.